they're doing here is we're going to get on to the first map, Atlas Lab, the classic. Everyone is familiar with Atlas Lab here, though. Possible to be doing a little bit extra damage here with the black hole. And we do have Hot Shot and Adrenaline Rush as the Awakenings.
This is insane. Okay,
Yeah, go
Adrian
ahead.
Hotshot was like the exact start I had against Atlas Gardeners yesterday in the weekly, and apparently that was the second game in a row they had it.
Oh, shit, really?
So they have played the start like 3 times, I think, in less than 24 hours.
Wow.
And
That's,
Tweety gets his Luna, which he had yesterday against my team. He popped off on it, beat us. Really excited to see how they do here. Twee has always like been a joy to watch on the Luna. He's known for not being as KO-centric as other Lunas, but he can do some like insane dashes, insane strike wars during those dashes, and aim his rockets really well. Um, Eyes on him because I think this team a lot of the time lives or dies by Twee. And Mango's really nice save there on Twee and just a good solid offense bypass. I'm really excited to see how David does on the IME. I haven't really seen his IME before, but I've seen him do well on characters like Luna, who aren't super similar to IME, but are like mechanically difficult to execute like IME, and we'll see how he does. Yeah.
yeah, I think Luna is definitely like brings a interesting dynamic to basically any team, unless she's on goalie. If she's like in forward, she's kind of like it feels like she's kind of an awkward midfield, but like really good at playing second brawler, where she can just get in there and get those strikes as well to just help out grabbing back. Like she seems like a really good single play, grab a barrier, grab a big objective character. And we might be seeing that every time we get the boost on deck when it's off cooldown, but it's going to be a really great strike from David on the top side in overtime to get it past Bertram. Oh, sorry, Coin to get it past Bertram there. To take the first point for pass. Already a lot of excitement coming out here, though, as we do have so much more to come here. Yeah, Flip going to come out there from Mango's going to dodge the Crater Maker there. Coin has a flip here, could possibly get a double with a little bit of assistance from David, but we do have GeneralTwi winning a couple of strike wars there. Here comes the flip. Bertram's going to spend a couple cooldowns to keep those barriers alive, and it's also going to be David spending cooldowns to try to get it in, but honestly, really great defense there from Gardeners to start it off.
Yeah, and something that I should really note is that Atlas Gardeners, they went split kicks. Passive at Mag Souls,
Oh, yeah. Wow.
and I think we'll see like on the midfield line how that matters, but Atlas Gardeners was able to just get a really good kill on Coin and unfortunately dies to the black hole as soon as Coin respawns, giving a reverse power play over. Well, I don't think that Pass can really do anything here. Bertram kind of stalled out the play with Wall. He still has Flip. Bertram is out of abilities besides Log, which is coming up now, and the Flip. He uses it really early, which is valid. Julie was about to have Dash Punch come up, and the state of the game's reset. Wallaby, though, finds like a really good primary. Mango's unable to evade it, and it just goes right in. This map, so middle usage, there's two big things here. One team has Mag Souls, so how that team can navigate the midfield line and control it and prevent the enemy team from getting touches is really important. Additionally, because this is Atlas Lab, and there's a giant hole that explodes in the middle, and it's Adgen Rush start, and Twee has Adgen Rush, and so does Coin. Whoever can get that one proc can like steal themselves away around. And often how they're going to get it is by someone taking damage they don't need to take from the middle. And yeah, just worth seeing how that develops throughout the game.
Yeah, no, that's definitely valid to say. I would say that the side of actually kind of both teams here don't have a significant amount of damage. It really depends on if GeneralTwi can get something like Deadeye later, or maybe even just simply Missile Prop or something to really be able to solo some of these kills. But it is going to be help with a Black Hole to make that Adrenaline Rush really happen, as we're going to have a really great strike shot save from Bertram, surviving some of those flips. Gets the Crater Maker, but not too much of a trouble for Mangos to defend that one here. Another strike shot's going to keep that one alive. Some speed, and the Firewall is going to push onto the bottom side. No flip from David there. Going to play a little bit safe. Flips from that distance. Okay, everyone is going for a huge defense there, making sure that this is not a point. Gardeners keeping themselves alive, but Twee almost snags that one with the boost. Wallaby on the top side, but it's going to get stuffed there by David. And we have Twee with a flip. Might be able to get a boost flip play in there to grab that final barrier as the creator's going to come out again. Knock David down to just about nothing. A combo from Wally was going to make it happen, but we do have a point there. Right past Bertram. Coin makes it happen with a little bit of extra speed as well. Maybe the Magnetized Soul is actually really working out, but I'm not really sure. It's like really interesting to see one team take double slicks here.
Yeah, I definitely think the Maxwell's team is like the right decision. I do think like Slicks has its uses, and you can definitely see it in some of these plays when blue team can retain the core and keep it passing them between each other. They're able to get a lot of value. I do think passes like they're doing pretty good so far. I really like that flip that Davi did last point was a little silly looking, but I think what he ended up choosing to do with it after he pressed the button was really solid. It gave Coin time to get unstaggered. Everyone on the side of Atlas Gardeners played defense. No one was keeping Coin staggered. And as a result, Coin was able to come back and just quickly score. He finds another really quick KO on Bertram. And I really want to highlight Coin because I feel like last season on the Fools, he was kind of like regarded as one of the weaker players on the team. Bertram, unfortunate own goal happens sometimes because of the way the core is in your hitbox, where you strike it isn't exactly where your mouse is. Unfortunate. Anyways, yeah, really important set win for Pass and Coin. Not the most XP on his team, but a lot of really good potential awakenings for Juliet here. Aimee gets extra special, which insane value for her. Julie can get 1-2 punch or perfect form, which on this start, really good. Twi gets Among Titans, which has a lot of value for his team, gives him speed, and he's really good at using it. And we'll see how that ends up going. I think Atlas Gardeners, they don't really get anything that closes the game open for them. NAST does. I'm expecting them to win this set, but Atlas Gardeners can still scale and come back into the game. And yeah, I just also wanted to shout out Coin and say I think he's been popping off lately when I watch him play.
Nice. We'll have to keep our eyes on Coin there. I want to just mention again a big decision there from GeneralTwi deciding to go that Among Titans here instead of something like Missile Prop to try to really assist with that Adrenaline Rush. They're pretty much committing to going for the core control situation here, as they do have this Slick, so it is kind of on brand for what they're looking for, which is totally fair. You're going to have to play to your outs as what you've been given here, though. Wallaby tries to make a play there with the hook. Doesn't seem to make that one happen there, and also avoids Coin's flurry to keep themselves alive as well. As this ball is going to roll on into Mangoes, giving it over to Coin. A nice pass up to David. They're going to make a top side push here, see if we have dash punch, but Bertram's going to make the somersault, negate any of that pressure. But wow, David with a great glitch pop is going to keep that barrier down. Mangoes is going to try to defend against Wallaby here, though the creator comes out, but Mangoes decides to hold the flip. The barrier does go down. Lifeline to keep the team alive. Topside push once again here. Firewall is going to be negated by the Tofu wall. And it's just this flip play maybe here from Mangoes. Could get this one in here. A dash punch also. They have a lot of... Okay, keeps... That was a close one there. I wasn't sure they could strike, but they were a little bit more on that than I was, though. GeneralTwi trying to make a play one more time here with Wallaby. But it's going to be tough. They're going to have to maybe make 2 plays, as Mangoes does have flip here.
And great flip, great pass to Coin, gets it right inside the net. And Coin not moving the core too much so it retains the speed. And something that's also worth noting that we kind of start developing that last point. When red team is damaged, they still have mag souls, they can still get movement speed. When blue team is damaged, it's hard to touch the core, because when you touch the core, you take more damage. And as a result, they're not able to get speed, they're not able to control the map. But they are able to find that really important KO on Coin, who was about to get a barrier and put Pass in a really good spot to put this set on set point. And now, hopefully, good job, they're able to get a quick barrier, they keep the slick kicks going, and they're doing a really good job at sustaining this offense. Exactly what you want to do if you have slick kicks here.
True, and we can see that the boost is going to grab that last barrier there. Really, Luna's secondary, the boost is so strong to be able to get across the map. Wow, super good pendulum swing there from Wallaby. Is going to grab a power play here. GeneralTwi able to get to that top side with that boost. Going to almost be able to put that one in there, but Mangoes has that defense there, almost running out of cooldowns, but does survive, weathers that storm, and now Coin has a situation where they did get slick kicks. They can maybe make it happen here with this flurry. Bertram does have flip, kind of wins a strike war there, but you know, did 2 strikes against 1 at a cooldown, so Coin keeping up as much pressure as they could there. Now we have Bertram and Twee with Flip going to spend one of those to relieve a lot of that pressure. The barrier does end up going down right under Bertram's nose. Coin's going to spend the flip. Bertram's going to spend one encounter. Miss the wall, but Coin does not have anything. A flip here from Mangoes as well, right into the primary. It feels like Pass has a lot of pressure right now, mostly with the ball control, as Gardeners is going to grab a power play, and now this is their chance. GeneralTwi has Adrenaline Rush active, and this is their chance for sure.
But they're able to, with a really solid defensive sequence from Mangoes and David, get the core out one more time, and really solid strike by Mangoes, preventing Wallaby's primary from scoring. Everything's kind of reset, but Wallaby has no evade, and Twee's a little damaged. They get the quick miracle gold though. Twee always lands those dashes. Really clean timing, barely able to get it around the Now primary. And something we're seeing here, Now is able to get primetime hotshot. Now is one of those goalies where if she gets CDs, she can just giga scale and be one of the strongest goalies in the game. There's still a lot of really strong awakenings up for her too, and like how this Now pick develops throughout the game, and I think it's like one of the strongest hyperscaling goalies, is going to be really important. But Atlas Gardeners has been able to find like some cheeky points in the last sequences in the last few rounds, and I think we're seeing like the Wallaby and Twee synergy and their speed with slick kicks when they're able to get the core between each other paying off to some degree.
No, I definitely agree with that. They do look like they have some really great synergy there. GeneralTwi so accurate with the boosts almost every single time we see it. But Mangoes is doing a really great job defending right now. Has Flip for another big play to stop that. Bertram also has one as well. Going to use the somersault to just make sure that no dash punch comes out just yet. A flurry as well. No cooldowns here for Coin. A lot of pressure relieved for the side of Gardeners, but pressure put on is going to cause a flip to be used by Mangoes, and also Bertram's going to lose their barrier. Instead, spending their flip 2 is going to be a big lack of resources here for the side of Gardeners, as Past is going to try to make something happen here, trying to wait some cooldowns out on this Juliet, but not enough time just yet, as David's going to try to get the ball up to Coin. They're going to pop the black hole down into the Firewall Sentry, which is going to solo that situation with the hotshot. Actually feels like hotshot was necessary to get that goal there.
Yeah, it definitely was a reason that goal went in. And Coin was able to, like, okay, so Coin in this midfield line is finding a lot of important passes and keeping the core up well. He's preventing the enemy team from getting touches on the core, blocking their slick kicks. I think all of Pass is playing really well, but I think like having that vision as a brawler is something that a lot of brawlers don't always have, and it's really cool to see from Coin in this game. David gets low, is able to heal with Now. Wallaby is low, has no evade. He's not gonna die, but he has to play like far back, while Past, who has double evade on their forwards, is able to get all this space, do all this damage. However, Coin greeds in the corner. Twee lines up the perfect dash rocket kill, and what was a really good spot for Pass becomes a solid spot for Atlas Gardeners because Twee is able to punish that like over aggression by Coin. And now this is a really good spot for Atlas Gardeners, but Coin's trying to reverse that by getting the barrier and opening the map back up for their team. But if they get back into this lull state where the core is kind of just in midfield, it's really scary when your barrier is down and the enemy team's isn't.
Facts, and we can see that the ball going a little bit too fast here, though. 1-2 punch on Wallaby is also going to make that ball go a little bit red when they get a chance to touch it here, though. Bertram holding this with the GeneralTwi as their wings is going to keep that one alive there, though. Wow, a crazy mix-up from Wallaby. Going to send it straight through Mangoes with the extra assistance of the Whiplash to make sure that that one goes in. Is going to be a wonderful play for the side of Gardeners. They just need one more point to even up this set count, grab an awakening for themselves, and that would be pretty much exactly what they're looking to do here, as we do have our little best of ones.
And a really clean kickoff. Core gets transitioned to the top side. David, with his extra special IME, is just able to quickly secure the barrier. And Mangoes knows he can just like do these sequences where he burns cooldowns and plays things in a really annoying way for Atlas Gardeners to play against, because he has primetime hotshot. He can do whatever he wants. And I just really like how Pass is playing this game. I like how Atlas Gardeners is playing this game, and like it's a really even game. It's really close.
Yeah, really close. GeneralTwi with a super good boost there is going to end up resulting in a double with the assistance of Wallaby Gangsta being all the way behind the goal, grabbing an orb, but it's going to be a whiplash goal for Wallaby Gangsta right past Mangoes. Again, the 1-2 punch, making things actually 1-2 punch plus hot shot's going to make that one red before overtime, which is just a kind of a shock factor there for Rasmus to be able to do that. But yeah, great point there from Gardeners. GeneralTwi going to grab their first awakening. I probably think that Twee is the best that they could have grabbing the first awakening as well.
Yeah, this is a huge, like, this is every single stagger awakening in the game. Most likely what we're gonna see is both teams like trade the stagger, get some speed, and then like, yeah, the brawlers go size. Pretty pretty
Yeah.
straightforward draft. There's no reason for like you can argue like one of them could go Spark or Weasel if they really wanted to, but Peak's already gone now, and like most of the Sparks are gone too, so really funny draft. Um it's worth noting, Now didn't get anything like major here. She did get Spark of Agility, so she'll be a little faster, but she wasn't able to get like a Creation Awakening or another CDR Awakening that she would hyperscale with. That does mean that she can almost guarantee one in one of the two upcoming drafts. But yeah, there's a lot of scaling left for Pass, and I think Atlas Gardeners kind of had like a really solid draft for them where they were able to get speed on their Dubu. Their Luna now has significantly more speed than Aimee, as long as Aimee doesn't have Glass Cannon, which honestly is like really hard to get rid of. We see David having it here for a really long time and only kind of losing it by walking into the Rasmus primary. And now we're in the state where Pass has a barrier up and they're just kind of playing to try and get a goal and not lose their barrier. But Wallaby with a really good flip is able to get the barrier, and now things look a lot scarier for Pass. For Pass.
Yeah, a collection of stuns there, plus the flip is going to certainly grab that barrier. Coin approaching with a flip of their own. Ball going red from David, but Bertram keeps themselves alive by maintaining themselves calm and collected. Mango's possibly going to have to spend this flip while he gets the ball, but nice hook combination there with GeneralTwi keeping it up on top. Is going to result in a play that actually straight up bypasses the flip and gets it far enough away from Mango's to make that one happen there. Really great from the Gardeners. They're looking really good right now. A little low on energy, though, for this point, as they kind of spent theirs to get that point. Now it's really on Pass to see if they can grab some flip plays for themselves. Mango does have it, but no one really in position to make an offensive play just yet until insane double coming out there, though. I actually wasn't totally aware of what that was. That might have been the now primary. Yeah, okay. It's one of the only things that's going to make it red before overtime as well on this team. Keeping the pressure up with that strike shot while B finally gets their hands on this ball. But yeah, the prime time, the hot shot's going to be enough to have just... Look at all those primaries that we see from Mangoes, like you mentioned before, can really start scaling and defending in situations where some other goalies might not be able to. But 2 barriers down now. A lot of pressure coming out from Coin to keep the flurry in, but they can't get it past GeneralTwi. But Bertram almost has the perfect block there, but Coin 1 step ahead with the timing on that dash punch strike is going to be good enough to get that one in there. Pass on the board for this set.
Yeah, Coin just like does the 1v2 in the corner. Really well done. David was covering really well, shot out a glitch pop, so there was a really high chance they would have scored that regardless. Mango's solid, patient there, not losing both. That's the biggest thing. And so if Pass can keep the core up, it's really important because Mangoes is able to place all of these now primaries and litter the field. But when like Atlas Gardeners is able to keep the core going around the map a lot, it's a lot harder for Now to kind of like place her giant artillery mines down. And like she's still useful, but she doesn't like completely dominate the map. Wallaby though really low, and Pass is able to get a lot of pressure from this. But Atlas Gardener is winning some really important skill checks and keeping the core up.
Yeah, that was such good pressure there from Wallaby to make Mangoes use that flip, and it's going to be a huge Strike War win after that Death's Touch against Coin. Wallaby Gangsta takes the advantage in that one and gets that point. I see Wallaby winning a lot of these Strike War situations here, just in the right spot. The size is good, the strikes are good. The slick kicks, maybe the slick kicks are good right now. They are ahead by 1 little point here, though, not too much, but still significant margin. It certainly ain't nothing, as the slick kicks might be taking advantage as the set goes longer. I mean, it's not like speed scales like that entirely, but it could be a situation where some of these awakenings could scale better with slick kicks. Is that possible? Is that even a thing?
I definitely think like Wallaby has a lot of size and he's able to win a lot of these strike wars, and that when you can do that, Slicks is really good. Twee is like doing a masterclass here because he has a ton of speed basically, and with Among Titans is, while a little bit smaller, able to just kind of use the fact that Twee has really good strike war fundamentals and can control the core really well, and pilot his character really well to like set Wallaby up in all of these really good spots. Um, but Pass, like it, both teams are really like playing this well and like playing around their comp well. I think Alice Gardeners is kind of winning like that many more skill checks, and they're also set up too because Wallaby has so much size.
Yeah, Wallaby grabbing the built different. Just one size awakening sometimes is a really big difference when it comes to
And
doing those
Among
strike
Titans.
wars. Oh, yeah, extra 15% as well from Twee. Really good pick, honestly. They went for the core control, and it seems to be working out quite a bit here as they're going to still have 2 barriers down, though. Mangoes is going to lose that one just as a close situation, though. GeneralTwi on the top side. Lots of pressure coming out here. Wallaby going to try to get the ball from Bertram. 1 strike away, basically. GeneralTwi from that flip as well. Doesn't even need it. Actually, just gets the 1-2 punch over time, and that's gonna be curtains. It doesn't. We didn't have Mangoes with any Monumentalist or nothing to make the primary larger, so it cannot block that entire corner. Really great shot there from Wallaby Gangsta. The assistance of GeneralTwi, like you said, doing such a good job of keeping the ball in Wallaby's pocket, is working out wonders.
Yeah, and it is like the hotshot 1-2 punch from Wallaby. It's kind of working around the Now's abilities and her ability to place things. Aimee goes Timeless Creator, now goes Siege Machine. So I kind of feel like it's supposed to be the opposite. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but like I think the Now would benefit more from the size. Um, but Twee gets stacks, which like Twee has stacks, Among Us, Stagger Swagger, Fighter Flights in the next draft. He has like basically every single speed awakening he needs to dominate the game. And Fred's in chat saying now should have taken Timeless. I'm glad I was right about that. Um, yeah, it's just how her goalie functions. She just needs to be able to cover this space, especially against a Rasmus who's sending the core Mach 10. And Luna who like is just giga fast and can do whatever she wants. However, Wallaby's low. Pass has a chance to win this round.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, just solely off the fact that this Rasmus size has been such a big problem for this team. Just that primary being a little bit larger, just the secondary being a little bit larger might be just good enough to stop this Rasmus from really running over the game here. As they do have both barriers down, the flip is going to happen from David. Yeah, the ball rolls right into their pocket, and Bertram, no flip, no cooldowns on the board there, and David's going to get a nice flip score for Pass. First point in this set. They're going to have to get another 2 points here to even this one up to stay alive. They do have a flip from Mangoes. They could make this happen. Could result in a double situation or perhaps one for Gardeners.
Yeah, and really important goal there from David because Coin had kind of messed up his kill on Wallaby, and now Coin gets a double barrier, so making up for it this round. And Twee is really low. If Twee dies, it matters a lot. He's probably not going to because he has Stagger Swagger, but like on the off chance he does, he has to respect corners a lot because if he loses, like Atlas Gardeners, when Twee gets stacks, should theoretically just win the set. But he has to get there, and the set has to last long enough. And we can see even without stacks, it's still really hard for Pass, but they're kind of trying to work in this window, and they're doing a solid job of it. But the deck's kind of stacked against them. We'll see how it goes. Coin really close to flip, but also almost dead.
Yeah, they are launching a barrage of projectiles at Coin, making sure that they stay out of this play as Wallaby Gangsta's giant pendulum swing, as they have picked up Big Fish last draft, is going to hit Mangoes from there. That was a really good play from Wallaby Gangsta to make sure that one goes in there. Going to even up this set as well. Yeah, like you said before, I mean, we already have stacks on stacks stacked. 150 already. GeneralTwi making sure that they hit this ball, hit everyone all over the place, get 6 stacks every time that they can. And if they do find themselves low, the Stagger Strike is probably going to keep them alive. So they have a really nice build going on here for that defensive aspect to keep those stacks alive. And look how fast. Look how fast GeneralTwi is able to move in this midfield, running circles around this Dubu and running circles around the opposing midfield as well. It's just so much pressure here, though, as the Crater's going to come out from Mangoes. They're not going to spend the flip to avoid it there. Being now, you have a lot of extra healing, which is a good decision for the side of Pass as well. But Twee almost makes it happen. The flip coming out from Mangoes, but they do lose the barrier anyway, while Wallaby Gangsta's on that front side, putting up all that pressure as well. Almost grabs a kill with that pendulum swing, too. Bertram hands the ball on over to Wallaby. A strike shot's going to be good, but, man, Twee in the perfect position there to grab that goal. Mangoes almost had it with the strike shot, but one step ahead again. Gardeners are looking really good to take this series.
Yeah, they're happy. They're spamming their garden emote. I do think like it's still winnable for Pass, but we are seeing so many moments where if Mangoes just had a tiny bit more creation size, they would have like saved something or made the round last a little longer. It matters. And Coin tries to use the primary from now there to help get the goal, which I like the vision, but unfortunately Atlas Gardeners is just able to play this like triple goalie defense and net spot really well. Twee positions really well there to not die from the blink, and also scores with Rocket, ending the game.
Yeah, Twee kind of just stood there, watched it happen, launched the rocket, attached a note that said bruh to it, and then just let that one go. And that was it. Gardeners take that series from Past. Well played. Well played. That double slicks team actually ends up coming out on top there, which is not what I thought we would be seeing here. I didn't even think we'd be seeing double slicks, but that is impressive gameplay from this team. Atlas Gardeners, I mean, coming out of nowhere and really showing up.
Yeah, I don't like, at least to me, I do not think that the split kicks was like the reason they won. I felt like they just kind of skill checked Pass. And they had like really good, like they did their awakening drafts well and scaled really well. And Pass made some, I think, like errors with how they were drafting around their now goalie. At least in the last draft, I think every other draft was fine. And yeah, as a result, they couldn't scale as well as they could have. And Atlas Gardeners had a really dominant final set. So this is important for Atlas Gardeners. They are the team in this tournament that qualified through the LCQ. They were not in NASA. They were not in NAST. This is kind of like these players trying to make a statement and prove themselves as really good, really solid players. They want to make day two. They want to win the tournament. If any team beats PPL today, and I think PPL needs to be mentioned as like the favorites. They went undefeated in NASA, never dropped a series in playoffs or regular season, and all of these teams are kind of trying to beat them. Another team here, Cyberswipe, really notable, is now like 5-7 against PPL in weeklies or something. They're another one of the teams trying to gun for it, and yeah, really excited to see how this develops.
Yeah, a lot of good teams there as well. Yeah, like you said, interesting that Cyberswipe up on PPL right now as
Or
they are
they're
indeed.
5-7, so they're
Oh,
down, but
they are.
they're
Okay,
really
5 and
close.
7.
Like
Right? Yeah,
it's still a really good record.
yeah. My brain was just like a little backwards there, but all good, really good games there, and we have so many more coming up as well. We could be going to a break in just a second. Is that possible? Thinking, yes, we are indeed going to a break to make sure that these players are ready to go, and so are you guys. Grab a snack, get a drink. We'll be back in just a few minutes with our next match.